Yeah. All right. So maybe just the two? There's this. Is that a thing? It's a thing! Oh, he's just a hidden boy. Israfil. Largest of the Ezo trio, Israfil is a silicate-heavy carbonaceous asteroid. It is home to approximately 400 species of microorganisms in its liquid water, and was blamed as the source of the prion-based biowarfare agent EHE, exotic humanoid encephalopathy. I think I got that. Used by the terrorist group 𝒂𝒾𝒶 in their attack on Gagarin Station in 2184. While many of the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life at the prion level, the asteroid and its Ezo miners were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the Systems Alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has been found that EHE originated from Israfil, or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SS Manila and a team of epidemiologists maintain watch over the asteroid's ship traffic for now. All right. Oh, 20%? That means there would be way more than just 3 planets here. Alohi. What a cute, like, lavender boy. A small hydrogen-helium gas giant formed around a metallic hydrogen core. Alohi will be the site of a rare astronomical event later this year. The comet Asaro will come in on its orbit of 70 galactic standard years and travel so close to the giant that it is predicted to be captured as a moon. Dozens of space probes from around the galaxy have been launched into the Raheel system to record this moment. Alohi is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not usually form. For this reason, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Travel advisory! A statistically significant number of distress signals have come from the 1 million kilometer mark around Alohi. Pirates are believed to be working the area. In-person tourism is not advised. Alright. So, it looks like we're gonna find one more, at least, in the asteroid field. Duma. Aw. Big Rossi. Thank you. Home to 51 moons, including the prebiotic moon Anafiel, Duma is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with violent surface winds exceeding 1,900 kilometers per hour. Like its sister planet Alohi, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Also, Sigurd, thank you so much. You're being incredibly generous today. I mean, you're incredibly generous most of the time. So you are in, what is it? Top shape today. All right. So we've got several people to find. Is that a little one? Yes. They're just hidden in this field, like little mothballs. 𝒂𝒾𝒶. The second asteroid in the system formed around an element 0 core. 𝒂𝒾𝒶 is another carbonaceous asteroid with a surface made of hydrated minerals such as carbonates and clays. Beneath its icy surface is liquid water with some amino acids. The surface of 𝒂𝒾𝒶 is pitted and scarred with strip mining stations where the quarrians took as much Ezo as possible before moving on. I mean, I don't blame them. It's kind of what we would be doing. Okay, so there is one more hidden baby, and I think it's right here. Yeah. Farless. On a trio of asteroids formed around an element 0 core, Farless is the easiest to mine for low-yield Ezo. Our carbonaceous asteroid, Farless has a trace of water-bearing minerals and organic carbon in the form of kerogen. Currently, the asteroid is surrounded by quarrian mining ships extracting fuel for the flotilla. Gotta do their jobs. Alright. He is Dippin' Dots. Holy shit, I fucking love Dippin' Dots. I love Dippin' Dots so much. I just like food, okay? Okay, so I think we just need to get back here. Yeah. Valhallan threshold is complete. Oh my god, those are my favorite. Let's refuel just because we're here. It's not gonna kill us. They're so good. And I'm just gonna sit here and dream about Dippin' Dots. Oh god. Okay, so at least we got that one, so we can head here now. Alright. Oh. We'll do this one first. 𝒂𝒶𝓁, the sister tragedy to the extinction event on Aphros. What? 𝒂𝒶𝓁 was the rarest of jewels, a second garden planet within the same life zone as Aphros. Not as old as its sister planet, its fossil evidence indicates it was home to abundant invertebrate sea life. However, similar craters to those on Aphros created a dust shroud that killed 99% of biota on the planet. The even spacing of the craters indicates a coordinated, simultaneous attack from points around the globe, rather than an asteroid collision or supervolcanic scenario. What is wrong with you today, Mass Effect? Are you for real, little dude? I swear. Aw. Baby, do you have the nugget? Can you get the baby, please? Well, you can stare at my face for a second while I fix this. I cannot believe that happened twice. Maybe I need to stop scanning in those upper corners. Yo, this is so annoying. So, Mass Effect keeps crashing.
You run it as admin?
No, you don't run this as admin, you run that as admin.
Right, but you can also run the application as admin because it forces your computer to dedicate resources to it.
I mean, I can try. Can I run from admin from Steam?
You could run Steam as admin, I think. I'm not sure you can run that. If you go to properties.
Yeah.
And then go to...
Yeah. There's not a real good place to do it. I'll try running Steam as admin.
How many times has it crashed?
Twice.
Is it at a specific spot?
No, we're just exploring planets and it keeps doing it.
Is there any error that you're getting, or is it just...
Nope, it just dies. It freezes and then I gotta do the things again. Alright, let's try this. Yay.
There's the...
Put the nugget in. His little feet. Oh, he's sleeping. What a cute baby. Look at those beans. Look, good beans. Such good beans. Little beans. He's just out. You're so cute, baby boy. You're so good. Oh, not those beans. Can I have these beans? Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know if you need any other help troubleshooting.
Okay.
You want me to leave the nugget with you?
Nah.
He's sleepy.
Nah, he just takes up room on my desk.
Okay, I'll put him on my desk.
Okay. Bye, Niggy. He's good, baby. All right, let's try this again. Oh, Ace, thank you. That is very kind. Please work. All right. I think we should have just come into that system. Oh, let me put us over. Ooh. Okay. It should be updating any second. Streamlabs. You better work. Lil Richie, thank you. Oh, whoa, there we go. Fuck. All right. We're just starting this one. 𝒸𝒾𝒶. A Jovian gas giant, 𝒸𝒻𝒾𝒶, weeping witness in Empyrean Volus, is a low-density hydrogen-helium planet with 35 moons. Later this year, 33 of the moons will be visible from the planet's surface in a conjunction, an event that will be recorded by space probes from all over the galaxy. Okay, I did not put the scanner bit on the top left corner. And so far, okay, just so we, yeah, there we go. Just so we have that. Now I got cat hair all over my face because I kissed the baby. All right. Oh, good. So it's just the 4. Oh, okay. So I don't even have to scan the planet. I just get in here. Oh, that's actually really nice. Then I don't have to worry about the shit that's making the stuff close. All right. Right? Yeah, Nugget's either like super just disgustingly cute or a murder child. Like his favorite thing is I'll put like a long sleeve shirt on, preferably a sweatshirt, and I'll pull my hand up through the sleeve and I'll get like a knob of it and I'll put it on his belly and hold him, and he loves to just wrap his arms around it and just try to eat my hand, and he'll like bunny kick. So murdery. We always tell him that he wakes up and chooses violence. But other than that, he sleeps, and he's very cute. I put a bunch of pictures of them. We bought them new toys up on the Discord if you guys want to see them. There's also a few on Instagram. Very cute. All right. Old dumb mechanic asks, hello, Liara seems to be your pick, which is pretty cool. Who's the runner-up? I'm sorry. I was distracted by the username Sarah Peas herself. That's glorious. All right. Who's the runner-up? I'm between Thane and Garrus. I don't know which one between the two. I honestly don't. Maybe Garrus? I don't know. I'm kind of tied with them right now. So don't at me. I don't know. Both at the same time. Both at the same time. All right. 𝒂𝒃𝒃. 𝒂𝒃𝒃 is a large, dense planet named for a Volus god of punishment. They would have a god of punishment. Its crust is rich in uranium, eroded by winds to create large radioactive dust storms across its surface. The Volus of 𝒂𝒾𝒶 have explored the planet thoroughly with space probes and telepresent robo-mining machines, and discovered that they are not the first to exploit the planet. Plastics from a mining station approximately 50,000 years old, that's actually not old in respect to everything that we've been dealing with, can be found near the planet's equator. Curiously, the mines nearby were not tapped out of uranium ore. They were instead abandoned at the height of their operation. Dun dun dun! That means we're gonna go figure it out. Okay, so now I don't have to scan shit. Just very handy. Sigger, you're over there being sweet to people, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Oh, crash bits. Oh, Necro, thank you. Why are you so nice? Yeah, I don't know why it's crashing, but hopefully now that we're running it on admin and not scanning, maybe that'll be helpful. I don't know. All right, Oldham Mechanic asks, you've played through a lot of the plot. Who do I think the Reapers are? They're the Reapers. Don't prompt spoilery shit. I feel like this is spoilery shit. Like, let's not do hints. Let's not do clues. Don't prompt me thinking about shit because that's spoilery, okay? This is how chat ruined Archangel for me. So let's please not. Please don't, guys. I know you think that you're sharing shit and you want me to be excited about the same things that you are, and that's great. But I want to be able to figure out this stuff on my own. It's like if you're watching Game of Thrones and you come and you're like, hey, has that guy died yet? Is that the part you're at? And you're like, bruh. So let's not. I know you're excited. If you need to talk about spoilery things with people, hop in the Discord and talk to them about it. Make sure you spoiler tag. Okay. All right, I heard the jingle. Mad Cat. Thank you for the follow. Poor thing coming in here doing one of my rants. Actually, that was probably the least ranty please don't spoil I've had in a really long time, because we haven't really had it be much of a problem. All right, Aphris. A unique discovery, Aphris is a heavenly twin, a planet in a star system that is not one but two worlds of sufficient mass to retain a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere within the habitable life zone of its parent star. Fossil evidence shows abundant vertebrates and evidence of a sapient terrestrial avian species in its Bronze Age. However, the only trace of contemporary life on the planet is that of single-celled organisms in its seas. All else has suffered from an extinction event. A series of massive impacts that vaporized vast quantities of water and lofted dust into its atmosphere. Early theories that this event was a collision with a fragmented asteroid have now been discounted. The impact craters were aimed directly at habitation centers. That is unfortunate. All right, well, that's 100 for that one. Okay, so that one does keep track of the anomaly. Good. Are you for real? It's right there. All right. 𝒂𝒾𝒶. An ice giant, 𝒂𝒾𝒶, which means the Sky Warden, has a bluish tinge from its hydrogen-methane atmosphere. Its axial tilt causes its seasons to vary wildly in temperature. I couldn't move. Mass Effect, I'm gonna need you to get your shit together. 𝒂𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒾𝒶 is a planet capable of supporting life, if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. Today, the economic good times on 𝒂𝒾𝒶 are long gone, and modern Volus businesses are cutthroat operations. Piracy is a grave threat to shipping, as well-armed criminals see the Volus as easy prey. Poor little dudes. Alright. Bovis Tor. Named the Shining Sea in an old Volus language, Bovis Tor is so named for its boiling surface rich in glowing hot illumina. Oh, like the plural of aluminum. I don't know why that just occurred to me. Flecked with dark ridges of carbon. Its thick atmosphere of nitrogen and oxygen is no indicator of life since the temperatures are simply too hot. Rip. Oh no. Can we say Dej? 𝒂𝒾𝒶? Yeah? Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Alright. Let's see. Is that it? 100%. Back to the mass relay. I'm glad this is less painful. How many more? God, a few more. Ooh. Okay. We'll make quick work of it. It'll be okay. Alright. So this one's 100% already. So, let's just... Wait, what's my gas at? Oh, no. I should be okay for one. Because we gotta go back that way anyways. Ooh, it's a big Saturn-y boy. Galon. It's surrounded by an extensive ring system. The inner rings are composed pulverized nano-manufactured carbon materials, thought to be the remains of an Artheny helium-3 mining infrastructure. The few pieces of larger debris found indicate a materials technology at least equal to the current galactic state-of-the-art. Interesting. The outer rings consist of water ice, silicate dust, and the odd bit of rock. Analysis of the debris often shows stock damage and evidence of rapid heating. Some parahistorical theorists insist that the outer rings represent debris from a moon or moons destroyed, again, by mass accelerated bombardment. I guess I just didn't think that there'd be so many that had been scarred. This has been rejected by every reputable xenoarchaeologist. While it's theoretically possible to destroy a small moon utterly with dreadnought bombardment, no species sees a compelling reason to do so. Well, well. Oh, I don't have to do the scanners anymore, I forgot. Yeah, all of this is very indicative of mass extinctions over and over and over again. I like how they give you this subtle, like, they just give you the eye emoji. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 is a rocky world with an atmosphere of oxygen and carbon dioxide. There are large craters scattered across its surface, obviously from hypervelocity kinetic impactors. Stretching between these locations are the shattered remains of magnetic levitation rail lines, which strongly suggests the craters represent the former locations of Artheny mining outposts or other settlements. The equatorial region contains an extensive network of canyons formed by the planet's abundant liquid water. Travel advisory. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶's atmosphere is approximately 41% carbon dioxide at sea level. This level is 4 to 6 times that necessary to render most species unconscious within a few minutes of breathing it. Breathing masks must be worn at all times. Well, interesting.
Anomaly detected.
Ooh, found another. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 is a post-garden world that once enjoyed an Earth-like oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere. It is still blessed with plentiful water, but a generally cold climate and extreme seasonal shifts, courtesy of a 38-degree axial tilt. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 is thought to be the home world of the Arthen, a space-faring species which disappeared approximately 300,000 years ago. Precisely what happened to 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 is still under debate. It appears a global extinction occurred, wiping out all native animal life forms more complex than zooplankton. Planet forms were not affected, but the lack of oxygen-breathing life caused oxygenation of the atmosphere. Plant life was reduced after lightning storms ignited global wildfires. Oof. The leading theory for 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶's devastation is an out-of-control biological weapon. For this reason, landing is strictly prohibited. The corporations of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 have emplaced a network of quarantine satellites to dissuade would-be looters from landing in the crumbling cities. Yo, they couldn't have alluded to that more strongly. Okay, so we should have one more. Oh, it's right there. He's a wee boy. Teensy. Tiny. Alright. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶? Because there's no PH, even though I want it to be. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Tidally locked to the star Zelene, 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 has the expected hot pole and cold pole. Along the terminator is a thin band of nearly habitable terrain. Unfortunately, the local biosphere is based on a chlorinated oxygen atmosphere? It is not sophisticated, but it has proven highly dangerous. The Asari surveyor, Verilis, landed on 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 in 1684 to study the local ecology. Unbeknownst to the crew, a handful of native chlorine-fixing microbiomes passed through biohazard screening and entered the ship. The Verilis returned to the port of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 on Ilium, where the 𝒂𝒹𝒻 microbes escaped into a temperate environment with plentiful unused chlorine. The microbes devoured the chlorides in the earth. As metabolic byproducts, they produced toxic polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs. I don't know what that means though. By the time the infestation was contained, an area of nearly 30 square kilometers had been effectively turned into a toxic waste dump. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 had to be abandoned, accelerating the development of Nos Astra. Wild! Okay, so yeah, we gotta go back. Get some more gas.
Only half our fuel remains.
Yes, I'm getting it. Alright. Fuel, please. And then we just need a little bit more. Lucerne. Oop, there we go. Okay, there's nothing in this one. Jonton. Jonton is a fairly standard close-orbiting Pegasid gas giant, orbiting the star Lucerne at high velocity and heated to temperatures of over 1,000 degrees. Analysis of its orbit has revealed a core of heavy elements with a mass double that of the planet's hydrogen-helium atmosphere. Untitled. Untitled is remarkably close to Earth. Its orbital distance is similar, and while slightly larger, its reduced density yields similar mass, atmospheric pressure, and gravity. They are the similarities end. Lucerne is a hot class F star, emitting over 8 times the energy of Sol. Untitled is a parched wasteland, its water long since boiled away into its nitrogen carbon dioxide atmosphere. A handful of mining outposts dot the hellishly hot surface. The crews remain in underground bunkers, sending remotely controlled machines out at night to do surface work and load cargo for shipment. A hot class F. Alright. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 is a large, hot world with a poisonous atmosphere of acidic nitrogen oxides. While the planet is too close to Lucerne for this to condense and fall as rain, this makes the environment too hostile for forms of life more sophisticated than bacteria to evolve. Okay, 60%. Oop, was there one over here? There was. A purpley boy. Ooh, he's pretty. 𝒂𝒃. A common methane ammonia gas giant, 𒂃𝒃 is best known for the infamous 𝒂𝒹𝒄 camp. Established on the ice moon of Gessis, 𝒂𝒹𝒄 was a Blue Sun's hostile environment training facility, run by a cadre of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operators. In 2168, a cluster-wide scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of recruits into the camp might be as high as 18%. Investigation by Asari authorities based on ilium uncovered group graves around the facility containing the remains of several hundred recruits, dating back 2 decades. Jesus! The camp was immediately closed, and the remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Blue Suns found the Batarian commandos had used harsh training methods, but these were consistent with their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated, though Cal 4 was shut down, and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of council law, no civil charges could be filed against the Blue Suns. Wow. Shit's wild.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. 𝒂𝒃 is broadly Earth-like, with a fatal flaw. It has a relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere, the reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. Chlorine has become a vital component in Terran's plant life, as a defense mechanism against native herbivores. Many species evolve the ability to release clouds of toxic chlorine when disturbed. This gas is heavier than the atmospheric oxygen and tends to settle in low places. While avoidable, oh, he kind of looks like an avocado. While avoidable, this has placed 𝒂𝒃 near the bottom of the list for colonization. There are intermittent signals originating in the heart of a large chlorine swamp. They appear to be coded, though it is not impossible that they are garbled distress signals. Oof. From a downed civilian ship. Ooh, 100%. Yes. Yes. We have enough to get there. Oh, what a small little boy. Myseth. Farthest from the dim red dwarf on Deste, the ice dwarf Myseth has attracted no interest beyond a cursory flyby by automated probe in 1841. Aww. No significant resources were noted. It's okay, little guy. You're a very pretty silvery blue color. Oh, sicker. Thank you for continuing to be kind and generous. I appreciate it. Zezmeni. Cold, dim, and shrouded by a methane ammonia atmosphere, Zezmeni has nevertheless attracted development by Asari mining concerns that service military industries. There are significant loads of valuable light metals present, including titanium and lithium. Titanium is the primary material used in mass accelerator slugs, and lithium is used in the military-grade droplet heat radiators. Oh my goodness, use aboard warships. I'm falling asleep. 𝒸𝒾𝒶, thank you. Whew. Alright. Ikaria? Though nearly the size of Earth, Ikaria contains only 28% of its mass. It has a trace atmosphere of neon and molecular nitrogen, but the predominant carbon dioxide has long since frozen and fallen to the surface as frost. He looks like Rocky Road ice cream compacted into a ball. While Ikaria has a core of heavy metals, the bulk of the planet's volume consists of water ice. Several unique forms of long-chain carbon molecules have been recovered on the surface, pushed up from beneath the ice by cryovolcanic processes. Ikaria has a large rocky moon, compositionally similar to Luna. Nice. Yes, 100%. We're doing it. Oh no, I'm fine, guys. I'm just very tired. We got 2 anomalies this system. Yes. Okay. Fuel me up. Fuel depot. Alright. Oh, no. Excuse me. I wanted the mass relay, not to go out. There we go. Now. That one's got 5. That one's got... Ooh, this got 78. That means we're almost done. We just got here. Okay, so where do we need to go to fill up for the rest of it? Oh, just over here. Can do. Ooh, is this one pink? Well, he's kind of a lilac-y color. Very pretty. Hito. While the ice mines of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 make a great deal of profit from ships passing through 𝒂𝒑's mass relay, the real money is made at Hito. As the only gas giant in the 𝒂𝒑 gateway system, Hito is heavily developed by rival helium-3 mining concerns. The world has 3 major and 26 minor moons. Jeez. Each of which is claimed by a different company. Those based on moons deeper into the gravity well tend to specialize on helium-3 extraction and refining, while those on the farther moons specialize in refueling services and shipment. That's cute of them to organize it. The local economy is driven by black marketeering, backroom deals, and cutthroat business. Each company attempts to sabotage its rivals' facilities while protecting their own moon. This has led to open corporate warfare 3 times in the last century. All the major mercenary groups have offices in the Hito planetary system, though the Blue Suns enjoy a home team advantage, shipping in cheap logistical supplies from Zoria. Aw, Wasabi. Thank you. Thank you for being sweet to people. I love it when you guys are kind to each other. It's the best. In Maine, it's a small cratered rock, the tiniest boy. Its crust contains various light metals, though none in any concentration worth the trouble of mining. While the rest of the 𝒂𝒑 system has seen extensive industrialization, Maine lies fallow. Poor baby. No, this is the... Oh, they're equally tiny. They are both the tiniest of boys. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶. Though a dwarf planet, 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶's large amounts of water have led to heavy development by water cracking industries seeking to turn the planet into hydrogen-oxygen fuel for starship thrusters. The surface is blanketed with habitation modules, mining equipment, and cracking stations. Oh, Anonymous! Thank you. Thank you for being kind and for being generous. Since the initial settlement of Ilium in the nearby 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 system, the radius of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 has decreased by 2 kilometers, indicating removal of over 72,000 cubic kilometers of ice. Dang, some groups are concerned that the rate of loss may cause instability in the remaining structure. No shit. All right. Ooh, that's it. That was it. We're done with this. Oh, yes. We're making good headway. I'm very excited. Oops. There we go. Let's fuel up. Save rather than sorry. And then... ta-da! Okay, so 100%. This one's 0, this one's 5. Oh, 𝒂𝒫𝒾𝒶. Thank you guys for being so sweet to each other today. I know I say it every fucking time, but I do. I really appreciate it. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate when you guys are nice to me, but I really love it when you guys are kind to other members of the community. It's why it's such a good place to be. Gregus. Cold and distant, Gregus is currently 65% rock by mass and 35% frozen methane and nitrogen ices. In the planet's summer years, these percentages change as the sun heats its ice and it evaporates into a thin atmosphere. Its calcium-heavy crust has been scouted by countless coreless surveying teams, most of whom came back empty-handed. Alright, so we need a few more. Okay, these two. Little boy first. Tiny boy. Osalary, 𝒸𝒹 Fire Maiden, is a boiling hot dwarf planet close to the G-class star Ymir. Too hot for lucrative exploitation. Its only satellites are defunct solar arrays destroyed by pirates long ago. And then this one. 𝒸𝒹, a hydrogen and helium gas giant. 𝒸𝒹 is used by countless spaceships to discharge their drive cores after coming into the system. Commercial vessels restock on their supplies of helium-3 from one of its many orbital platforms. Travel advisory. Piracy at helium-3 refueling stations is common in the Ymir system. Visitors are encouraged to use the escorts provided by the Corliss security fleet to and from the system's mass relay. To prevent escort fraud, always ask for the identification from the escort ships and compare them to those found on the Corliss security fleet's extranet sites. Well. Alright. Let's go to the far boy. Oh. Just the one? Antigar. Charted by a Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to computer error, Antigar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings. 100%. Yeah. I like those. Alright, let's do Malgus, and then we'll work our way around. Hopefully we should be good. Alright. Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Blood Pact's 𝒂𝒾𝒶 training and breeding grounds? They're sentient creatures, you don't breed them. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazard to the 𝒂𝒾𝒶. Needing little but imports of food and water, 𝒂𝒾𝒶 mercenaries and mercenaries to beat, train religiously to overpower and kill whoever the company is at war with at this time. Travel advisory. Fleet spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the 𝒂𝒾𝒶 Mercenary Company, a corporation undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. Look at that big boy, he's a chunk. Oh Lord, he coming. Uzin. Named for one of many Krogan gods of vengeance, Uzin is a gas giant close enough to its orange sun that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect for use in ion drives. Uzin is well within the frost line, where gas giants usually don't form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into its star within a few million years. A chonky boy. He's thick. Rill. A planet only a 𝒂𝒾𝒶 could love. Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat in a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and 𝒂𝒾𝒶 habitats, eking out a meager living off the planet's tin and copper deposits and killing anyone who cuts into their profits. Travel advisory. Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breath mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but it is not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin. Large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel is not advised. Alright. Let's just counterclockwise this. This guy's first.
Anomaly detected.
Ooh. Neath. Cold and dry, Neath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes, and for their french fries. During the Anhur rebellions, Neath was a staging ground for eclipse ships, and was the site of their first defeat when enemy 𝒂𝒃𝒁 surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today. That would be really, really, really cool for museums and whatever. Oh, hey, look, this is where some global warfare took place. 𝒂𝒃𝒃, a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. �𝒃𝒃's low-G moons were the sites of many Batarian labor camps during the Unher rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. Oh my god. The widespread bone loss was among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on 𝒂𝒃𝒃's moon Heket out of nostalgia as much as a business strategy. Wow. Sekhmet, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered a moon's system within the last billion years. Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Unher rebellions. When the Eclipse mercenary company sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebels supplies, a fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses, but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. It was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Miss Potato Aim. Thank you. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's 𝒂𝒃𝒃 point. Oh, a few more. Unher, a garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians. Unher was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted, as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system and another, primarily Batarian faction, called the 𝒂𝒃𝒃, sought to keep the slaves that they had. The Unher rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The 𝒂𝒃𝒃 had a significant advantage in ships, labor, weapons, forcing the Unher militias to hire mercenary companies to even out the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Unher today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry. Why can't people just be nice to each other? Bast, a small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Bast and its moons served as the Eclipse Mercenary Company's fallback position after their defeat on Neath. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the 𝒂𝒃𝒃 consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. 𝒂𝒃𝒃 lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. Interesting. I love that it's like telling us a story as we go explore these planets. Is that it? Oh, it is! 100%! Woohoo! Here we go.
Fuel reserves at 50%.
Hold on. You scared me. Don't tell me it's reserves and we're only at 50. Okay. Big boy first. Island Wind, a large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of 𝒂𝒃𝒃 in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. Yo, that's big. Are these all gonna have other cool names? First Land, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Shit, that would drive me mad too. 50 hour. That's so long. Murky water. Despite the name, murky water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who considered murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. It was kinda cute though. Fitful current. Fitful current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the Relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, the fitful current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. Alright. Ooh, little tiny boy. Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck, and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒶 enforcers clashed with 𝒂𝒃 and 𝒂𝒾𝒁 in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Alright. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma. The Bermuda Triangle of the terminus systems. Now that's cool. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. Due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. God, what do we have left? Are there bigger boys that I missed? Ooh, I missed this boy. Alright. Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and 𝒂𝒃𝒃 robo-miners competing with 𝒂𝒃 and 𝒂𝒃𝒁, who simply put on environment suits and lace the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Gotta use a high in a hard town voice for that one. Hard in high town, high in a hard town. That's the erotic novel version. Oh my god. Alright. Fuel. And then on to the next one. Alright. Y'all, we're doing the things. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I have detected an anomaly.
Perfect. 𝒂𝒃. Yeah? Home to the famous iron canyons, 𝒂𝒃's reddish iron oxide dust, hematite, covering much of its surface in significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. That's such a great verb. Terrain explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps, heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and hucksterism, I have no idea what that means. A small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. Alright, The funds are then used to maintain a research station, which has discovered some fossil evidence that Aquila once harbored microscopic life. Based on 𝒂𝒾𝒶 acids in these springs. I'm glad I got through that. It was a long ass word. Pietis. Though Pietis is a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rise to the planet had been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Pietis will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pietis could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pietis to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. Alright, boop boop. Vir, a pressure cooker planet with a thick, nitrogen-heavy atmosphere. Vir is largely ignored by the galactic community. Aww. Probes have reached a crust of nickel and scorched carbon, both of which can be found in abundance elsewhere, at far lesser temperatures. Aww. Poor little dude. I did say it with that many C's. That was funny. Alright. Castus. And he's only got 2 babies. Temeraris. Visible in Invictus's night sky is Temeraris, a planet named for the Turian spirit said to have inspired the crew of their first manned moon launch. A boiling hot rock planet, Temeraris is much hotter than its temperate neighbor due to a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and helium. Its hot surface is largely composed of boron. Surrounded by a thick dust cloud, Temeraris is often struck by small meteors, making exploration dangerous. Oh no. These poor planets. Invictus, home to dextroamino acid-based life. Invictus's temperate zones were settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. 2 decades after its first colony was founded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities in a large colonist exodus. But when the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Shastina Empress ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. This effort succeeded, largely due to the colony's location in deserts with a minimal number of pest species. The image of Shastina's triumph in the frontier made for good political theater, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in an Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one that came up with it. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies but has high concentrations of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Terminus systems hide out on Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapients that are actually on the planet. I love little lore bits like that. It's so good. Alright, we're fucking done here too. Yeah! We're getting shit done. Alright. Let's go back through our mass relay.